Hey everyone, today we are going to go ahead and budget my boyfriend's paycheck. Unfortunately there won't be a cash stuffing for this one, only because we're a couple days later than when he pulled his cash in. He's had to use it. So we are just going to go ahead and write out the plan that we came up with, and also I wanted to come on and talk to you guys anyways because even over on my Instagram it's been a bit since I actually shared any of my boyfriend's like budgeting anything. So I figured this would be a good one to still get out of the way, even though there won't be a cash stuffing with it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I got these pens just the other day and I love them so much. First of all, they're beautiful. I like the style of it. This is like a rolly ball, so it doesn't like really indent the pages. It just kind of rolls on and off. But yeah, I just really like it. It's a nice, I think 0.5 tip. Yeah, anyways. So I made a couple errors whenever I was trying to write down his paycheck stuff. So like I accidentally put November. It's not November, we're in December. So I don't know what I was thinking with that one. Also, I already filled in his job. So I haven't really been doing his paycheck stuff only because we haven't been able to actually cash stuff with it. We realized that there's kind of this pattern, specifically his restaurant. In case you guys did not know, my boyfriend is a server. He holds on to his tips and then pays himself out his tips every 2 weeks. So it's almost like he has a paycheck. And so that's what this is that it's actually all tip money. It's just he held on to it for 2 weeks so that we know how much he has to work with for the next 2 weeks until he pays himself out again. So that is the setup that we have for him as a server, and it's worked out great. If you also plan ahead, and like if you guys remember over on my Instagram, I shared that I did make a month ahead binder with him, but when I made that, he decided that he wanted priorities elsewhere. It actually has to kind of do with the secret one right here that I'm still not revealing and probably won't for a long time. But because that became his priority, he hasn't really added to his month ahead folder. And then on top of that, he started saving for Christmas, and he got a really late start, so he started saving a lot for Christmas. He also put a lot towards the 100 envelope challenge, and just kind of this, that, and another, like things that basically those were the 3 things that he prioritized for his money. And so, but we realized that there's this odd pattern of basically October and November. It's just really, really, really weird tipping. Like, he doesn't get as much in tips. He might have like a good amount of tables, but people just aren't simply tipping as much. And so basically he had only made enough to cover his bills and then like some groceries and some gas, and that was it. So there wasn't really, really much to like share and to cash stuff. While I wanted to share it because it's the reality of servers and the inconsistent pay and what we do for those moments, I mean, really all we did was we just put it towards groceries and gas because those 2 are the most important things in these categories to go ahead and us have money for. I mean, he just kept doing his bills and then yeah, basically would add towards groceries and gas, and that was it. So he wouldn't add to these or these. So fortunately, we believe it's picking back up because he did make he made $1,100, so that's exciting. But unfortunately, this is actually a date range that just was very, very bill heavy, and he didn't plan ahead with that. So like if you see here, these 2 are due on the 1st, which we're at December 8th. I've covered these for right now. But he had to push them to this paycheck because the fact that his last paycheck didn't cover for it. Like he just really couldn't. And so I said, don't worry, I will cover storage and gym until your next paycheck. And then that's kind of what we've done. So that's kind of the overview of what's happened the last couple of months, and why I haven't really been sharing his budget as much is because there's just really isn't much to share outside the struggle, which is a lot of people's reality. And so maybe I should have shared it for that case, but like it just like I couldn't cash stuff really like at all, and so I didn't know how to share on short film platforms. And then I wasn't really doing YouTube up until this past month because I had taken a couple months break because I just was burnt out. So hopefully that gives it a good explanation as to why his content's just been MIAing. But hopefully we are back from the hiatus of his stuff because of the struggle bus that he's on. Hopefully, maybe he will use his month ahead as a priority this upcoming year. But yeah, I don't know. We will just see. But for now, let's go ahead and fill out this paycheck. So you notice right here, I accidentally already put in the budgeted amount of his 2 weeks. So it was $1,189.79. And so then his bills over here, like I said, his storage and his gym both had to move. I accidentally put rent for some reason. It was gym. I was struggling writing this out this morning for some reason. I mean, it is a gray day. It's actually really gray, so hopefully I can brighten this up enough for you guys. His portion of storage is $87.51. His gym is $30. And then we go over to his car loan, which is $313.98. His phone is $45, which I believe this is about to increase for him as well. So we're gonna kind of keep our eye on phone because his mom has lovingly been covering some of it, but I think she said that she changed up the plan some, which increased the bill. So that will probably be increasing soon. Car insurance is $121. We did get rid of his secondary insurance that he was having for a while. If you looked at my older videos, he was having a secondary insurance, and then when it came time to need to use it, they didn't want to help us. So we got rid of it. He actually even went ahead, called Discover, and he asked for his money back on it because the fact that like how we used it, they said that they were going to cover it and then they didn't. And it was just one of those things where it's like, you guys, like I verified with them. I asked them the questions of like, will this cover this if this happens? And sure enough, it happened. And they were like, at first they said yes, whenever I first asked. And then suddenly they're just like, oh no, we don't cover that because you have too much mileage on your car. And it's just like, whoa, wait. I asked if this package covers this and you guys told me yes. So he called Discover. Discover went ahead and refunded him the money because they like lied to us. So that was cool for him to get his money back. So we did get rid of that secondary insurance. Supplements is going to be $75. And then Pumpkin, which is our cat's insurance, is $21.68. So all of this comes out to $694.17. Oop, that's an 8. I meant 7. And then the leftover from that is $495. I swear, guys. And 62 cents. So next we're going over to variable expenses. Groceries is getting $150 per usual. Gas is getting $60. Right before these 2 weeks started, he actually had filled up his tank, so he went ahead and put a little bit less in gas because it should have been covered for that first week. Eating out is getting its normal $60. Miscellaneous got $20. Fun is getting $40, which is $10 less than his norm. I forget why he chose to do that, but it was the choice he made. Hair is getting 10. And then Sora, our cat, is getting 20. And then all this added up together is $360. And you guys might wonder, why does he add more to Sora than mine on my paychecks? So he only adds to Sora. I add $10 to Sora, but then also $15 to Sora's emergency fund. So I actually typically add just $5 extra than he does, but he puts a full 20 into Sora's envelope. So worked out really well doing it that way. Left over from all of that is $135.62. We've definitely seen him before with a higher leftover, but we've got what we've got. And luckily he still did want to put money away for savings. I was kind of nervous that he might just put it all towards Christmas. But I guess he feels confident in his Christmas shopping right now, so that's excellent. So he did put 25 in emergency, 25 towards the 100 envelope challenge, $25 towards the secret savings, and then he put $15.62 towards travel, and then $15 in buffer. So all of this adds up to $105.62, and then leftover is $30. And then that $30 is going to go over here to his Synchrony card, and he's just going to put $30 towards that, making that total $30, and then a zero-based budget. So that is what we have planned for his paycheck. This paycheck, like I said, not a whole lot of fun things. I am glad that he did decide to put towards savings rather than using the leftover for Christmas, because that tells me that we did save up enough for him for Christmas for him to feel confident in what he has in there, whereas I am very sure I'm overspent. So I will do like how much I spent on Christmas, because I need to know to try to plan ahead next year. Either plan ahead or more self-control next year. One of the two. But I just love the Christmas season. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!